Welcome to another episode of Healthy Living. My name's Cole, I'm your host, and I don't know about you, but on a cold winter's day, there's nothing like a warm bowl of soup, particularly a bowl of soup that adds a whole layer of nutrition and flavor and body and enhances the day, and that's what we're after here. We're going to be looking at the 15 bean soup. And that's a challenge in itself, because 15 beans, making them flavorsome and making them exciting is, well, it's different. Now I've added to that a stack load of veggies. And what I considered with this is making it one giant vitamin pill that's going to make you feel better in winter, give you all of the chlorophyll and all of the nutritious value the vegetables have to offer, particularly on a cold winter's day, particularly with all your friends hanging around having the flu. This guy is going to make you feel better. It's a vitamin pill in itself, and it's going to knock your socks off. Let's have a look at how we make it. So I bought myself a bag of 15 bean soup mix, and I've been soaking this now for a day. You'll notice that it's fermenting a little bit, and we'll walk through in terms of how to rinse that off and clean it up a little bit. And I'm going to make a nice bean and vegetable soup. You'll see here I've got onion, potato, garlic, some cabbage, some capsicum, some carrots, some celery, some spinach, and some mushrooms. And I'm very excited about this soup. I love soups, particularly during winter. There's nothing like a nice warm bowl of soup to finish your day. And particularly if it's high in fiber with stacks of veggies in it, you can't go wrong. Now the real trick with this is to make sure that it's flavorsome. Okay. So I will be adding some spices and some herbs, and we'll walk through that as well. I'm very excited about this soup, so let's see how this turns out. Okay, so you'll see here I've drained the beans, drained the fermenting water off of the beans. And the first thing at this point in time is to make sure that they're soft enough to save cooking time. So just take a couple beans out, sample them. You'll see here that you can break them now by hand, which means that they're good and ready to go. And look at the mixture of beans in there. That's fantastic. A nice mix of peas and red kidney beans, some pintos, lima beans. I mean, it is going to be a flavorsome soup if you like beans, and I love beans. So now just give it a good rinse, and then you're ready to start looking at cooking it. The thing you do is make sure you got yourself a nice pot for soup making. You'll see here this guy is a decent sized pot, okay? And it's nice and deep, so I'm not going to get much spillage. I've just added some oil now, and it's heating up. And I'm going to add to it immediately a mixture of garlic and some garlic onion I have already pre-prepared. Now in that mix, I've added in, at this point in time, 3 packets of Goya's seasoning. So you'll see here Goya's seasoning's been added. And I'm letting it simmer and cook in with the onion and garlic. I'm about ready to add the beans. Okay, so the beans have been boiling for about 30 minutes. And you'll see here, as if we look at the mix, I've actually put a lot of water in because I'm going to add a stack load of veggies. And I also like my soup with a little bit of juice. You know, I don't like it to be like a hearty soup. I like to have a little bit of juice and flavor that I can use maybe to, you know, dunk a piece of bread or, you know, a cracker or something like that. You know, it kind of adds to the whole soup experience, in my opinion, if there's, you know, a little bit of extra water in there. So a couple things. I pre-prepared now a collection of veggies already. I have my potato, some celery, carrot, red pepper, and green capsicum, and I found some squash in the fridge, so I decided to throw that in as well. You see there I've cut that up too. Now the squash, I've shaved the skin with a vegetable peeler so it's not too thick, but I consider all these guys to be my longer cooking veggies. And these are the ones that obviously I'm going to put in first and leave a little bit longer. And then I have another collection of vegetables
that is a collection of cabbage, carrot, and mushrooms. So you see here cabbage, carrot, mushrooms, okay? The important thing in regard to your vegetables, and obviously my spinach, the important thing in regard to your vegetables when you're cooking them is you don't want to overcook them. In reality, you want them to be soft, but not to the point where you've leached so many vitamins and minerals from them that all you're really getting from the vegetable is roughage. You want all the nutrition that comes with it too. So when you're cooking them, you really want to make sure that you're cooking them at just the right temperature for just the right duration, so that they're pliable and easy to eat, but they're not so soft that they break up in your mouth. You want them to have some nutrients still left in them. So now I'm going to add in my potatoes and that sort of thing into my soup here. Oh, you got to be careful, right? You don't want to spill too much. I really do not like cleaning my kitchen, so I try to be a little bit careful in terms of spillage and that sort of stuff. Okay, so now I've added in my vegetables, and I'm going to mix them all in, and I'm going to let this stew for a little bit longer. And you can see here, this is starting to look really kind of yummy. Alright, so the soup's been cooking for a little while now, and you can see the vegetables and the beans are mixing in quite nicely. And I can tell already that the vegetables are soft. You can see already if you look close at the potato that you can see from a texture perspective that they're softened already. One of the things that you want to be looking at this point in time now, if you're not sure in terms of how soft they are, use a fork and poke them, but in reality I know that these are ready to go. I've added to the flavor as well some of this stuff, Bookbinder's crab and shrimp seasoning. Now this really has nothing to do with meat, it's just an addition to, say, crab or shrimp. It's celery, salt, paprika, mustard, red pepper, thyme, black pepper, spices, and herbs. And it does enhance the flavor of the soup considerably. We're ready for these guys, our softer vegetables, and let's just add those in now. And then let's see where we're at in about 10 or 15 minutes. That's about how long I'm going to let the soft guys cook in with the soup. Because in reality, we really want it to be we still want the vegetables to have a lot of nutrients and flavor. Okay, the soup's been cooking now for about 10 minutes, and you can see here that the mushrooms still have some substance to them. The spinach is cooked in nicely. The cabbage is mixed in there as well. We're ready to go, right? And you can see that it's a nice mixture of vegetables and beans, full of flavors, and very nutritious and very healthy as well. I've been careful with the vegetable mix not to make it overpowering with one particular vegetable. I want this to be a nice blend of vegetables and beans. And I want the beans to have the flavor there. And you can see there with the beans, every spoonful is going to be a nice mix of vegetable, beans, and mushroom and carrot, spinach. It's going to be very tasty. I'm really looking forward to eating this. So, here we are with our soup, finally ready to eat it. And you can see here as I'm moving my spoon through, it's a nice mixture of beans, vegetables, a nice color, very good looking, and very healthy for you, very tasty soup. I hope you enjoy it.